Guys, welcome back to my channel. Y'all, I got a lot of new skincare lately. Like a lot. Some was sent to me, some I purchased, and I've been trying out a very good portion of it. Now, I am not considering this video a review video. This is more like a check out what I'm trying, check out what I'm gonna be trying, more like a skincare haul type of thing. For y'all to keep me accountable and say, hey, how did you like so-and-so? Because I remember you hauled it. And for me to just show you, hey, what's new on the market, what's new to me. I love skincare just as much as I love makeup, and I've said it many, many times, and I will continue to say it. Makeup only looks as good as the skin that you put it on. And if you have a budget, I firmly, personally believe that 75% of it should go towards skincare and 25% of it should go towards makeup. And that way you can ensure that your makeup looks the best because you are putting a lot of effort into products you put on your skin to help your skin look the best that it can be. I am going to be doing updated PM and AM skincare routines. I promise I have heard your request and it's coming sooner than later, but I did want to kind of show you these products first so that if I use them in those videos, you're not like, oh, wow, I've never heard you talk about that before. For reference, before we jump into the video, I am 41 years old. I have normal to sometimes dry skin. My dryness will either come from severe cold or like the heating components that we have going on in the house during the winter and my tretinoin use. But during the spring and summer and mostly the fall, I'm a very normal skin type. My aim and goal in skincare is to preserve what I've got going for as long as possible. I'm not trying to look like I'm 12 because I'm not and I never will, but I want to age gracefully and I want that hydration and I want all the good stuff that's going to help me do that. Let's just get into it, shall we? The brand Clarity RX sent over a box of goodies for me to try out. Some of the stuff I have already used and know I love. Some of the stuff I haven't. And if you haven't heard me talk about Clarity RX before, I use their 10% lactic acid and absolutely adore it. It's like a toner. I have used their masks, lots of their masks, and love them, still use them. So I know that I enjoy the brand. So I was excited when they sent over a little box of goodies. The first thing that I have been trying for the past couple of days is the Cleanse Daily Vitamin Infused Cleanser. So this is a very, hopefully you can see, like gel-like cleanser. And one thing I will say about Clarity is that the ingredient decks on all of their products are short and pronounceable, which I find is so important. You know what is in your skincare products. So this has rose hip seed oil, vitamin B, seaweed extract, olive oil, castile, and water. It's basically what this is comprised of. And I like it. It comes out in like I said, gel formula, and you add water to it and then apply it. I have been using this in the morning. I feel like it's a very good first cleanse step in the morning to just kind of rid everything of what you might have accumulated throughout the night, and I've been enjoying it. A couple of products that I don't know that I have this. This is the Return to Calm CBD mask. Do I have this? I might. I feel like I have all of their masks. But I love all of their masks. If there is an affordable but very effective line of masks that I can recommend, it is going to be from Clarity RX. So this is a Restore and Balance CBD mask. And then they also sent the Crushed Bamboo Exfoliator, which is to polish and renew dull skin. I haven't opened this one yet. Okay, so I can feel it doing some exfoliating. It's not painful, but it's also not like the beads to where sometimes I feel like I'm not getting any exfoliation when I use those. I don't love physically exfoliating my skin that often. However, my esthetician was telling me, especially in the winter when I have, some flaking going on, that it is good to do it like maximum once a week if I need it. So I like to have something like this on hand in that case. It feels nice. I just took it off my hand. It feels so smooth. Okay, these are 3 products that I am either currently using or I have used before from Clarity. This is the Daily Dose of Water Hyaluronic Acid Serum. I have used these in like gift with purchase sizes before. I love that size for travel. Very small inky list, which I appreciate, and I have used this before and like it as a hyaluronic acid serum. It's kind of a gel texture. And then these 2 I am actively using right now. This they sent, it's the Hyaluronic Acid Moisturizing Cream. This is fabulous. This is, I think, gonna be really, really nice for me in the summer, especially because it is like that almost gel moisturizer consistency. It sinks in really, really fast, but it leaves, like, can you see that beautiful glow and healthy skin look? But again, it sinks in. So by the time I put this on, if I use this in the morning, I put it on, and by the time I brush my teeth, I'm completely ready for SPF. Nothing is sitting on top of my face. And then if I use this at night, I'll add an oil to it to give it a little bit more oomph, you know, that I like to have at night because I like to be really shiny before I go to bed. But I've really been enjoying this, actually. I've been using it for the past, 5 or 6 days. I'm telling you how it feels upon first application. And it does have oils in it, but it doesn't feel oily. It's got jojoba seed oil, apricot kernel oil, squalane, hyaluronic acid, sage leaf extract. That's about it. And then this one I have been using, I purchased this one and I've been using it for probably the past 3 weeks to a month. It's the See Results Wrinkle Reducer Smooth and Soften Fine Line Eye Cream. It's a mouthful, I know. And it looks like no other eye cream I have ever used. See, it's like not a putty. What is that my kids used to play with? I used to play with it. I don't know. It's just a different consistency. But it is something that the directions say to apply twice weekly because it does have L-ascorbic acid in it. So this is an eye product that has a very potent vitamin C, but I have had no reactions to it. I'm able to use it with no adversities. And it also does have dimethicone. So it coats the under eyes like nothing I've quite used before. It's almost like you're laying a piece of silicone over it, but it's also hydrating and it just sucks everything in. So I really make sure I use an eye serum under this and everything that I want good just to be like really trapped in there. And I feel like that's what this does, with also giving you like the brightening and antioxidant benefits of the ascorbic acid. So I am excited to be trying out and using all of these from Clarity. Thank you for sending those over. And if you haven't checked them out, please do so because again, I've tried many things from them that I love. Oh, and there's another thing. This is the Let There Be Light Powerful Lightening Serum. I haven't opened this one yet, but it is a brightening serum. It's got alpha arbutin in it, which I know is good for that. Again, small inky list, but I am excited to have that in my collection. So let's move on to some things that I got from Skin Truth. And they have been really adding a lot of new brands lately, which is so exciting to me. I love to see new brands that maybe I haven't heard of come to retailers that I love to shop from. So this is Cosmetics, and I feel like I've heard of this brand before, but I have not used anything from them. So there are 3 products here from Cosmetics. The first I haven't used yet, but I'm very excited to because it is an exfoliating cleanser. This is called Purity Clean, and it has lactic acid in it, which if you have watched my channel at all, you know that is my favorite AHA, although there's another one I'm going to talk about here in a second that I have really been enjoying. But I do love lactic acid, and I love to see a product that has lactic acid in a cleanser, and only lactic acid, because a lot of the exfoliating cleansers on the market have glycolic as well. And my skin just doesn't love glycolic like it likes lactic. So I'm excited about this. And I do tend to use exfoliating cleansers more so than I use toners or serums that are going to stay on the skin. So stay tuned for that because I'm excited to try that out. This next serum is so incredibly cute. It's 1/2 ounce, but it's the CPR Skin Recovery Serum from Cosmetics. So this says it's formulated specifically for complexions in need of recovery and relief, and it helps sensitive skin types. those experiencing redness post-facial, or those with irritating dry skin conditions. So I chose this because I am an avid tretinoin user, love it. I exfoliate twice a week, but there occasionally are some days when I don't want to do either. I just feel like my skin needs a break and I need recovery. I need to, give hydration, give products to the skin that are really going to help with irritation. And this sounds right up that alley. So I wanted to give that a try. And then the other serum I got is the Cell ID Nutritive Defense Serum from Cosmetics. And this says that it helps reduce the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, dark spots, and other signs of aging. It helps the barrier. It refines the look of pores and uneven texture. It has age-defying peptides, Japanese orchid stem cell, and African mahogany tree bark extract. And they all work together to help improve the appearance of skin for a firmer looking complexion and a more refreshed look. So I like to use some kind of overall anti-aging serum like this at night. I've used my Elastin in that kind of category. I have used my Definage in that category. I'm using another one in that category that I'm going to talk about, and I like to rotate them. So I thought to give, this brand a try, this would be a good overall serum to test out. And the last thing from Skin Truth is definitely not new to the market or new to me. I do feel like I used this years ago. And someone, actually a couple of people randomly, after I think I made like a skincare post or something on my stories, messaged me and was like, have you tried the Skinceuticals AGE Eye Complex? And I'm like, you know what? I have, but it's been years and years ago. And I know Brianna Stanko raves about this. It is a legit eye cream. So you can kind of see the texture from where I've been using it. But it sinks in. I mean, it's almost like you pat it in and it just disappears. It's really kind of cool how it works. But I've been using this at night specifically because I have heard that nothing else helps with the fine lines and wrinkles like this does. So I wanted to give this a try. I am using this pretty much exclusively at night for quite a while to see if I feel like I see a difference. So my favorite skincare line of all time, can you guess? Released a few new products this past week, and you better believe I was right on top of that. And this is from Neogenesis. I get all of my Neogenesis from Freeze Co Beauty. Christine introduced me to that line, and my skin has never been better since, and I will forever be indebted to her for that because it truly is a line where I know everything is going to work. I don't question it, doubt it, wonder, nothing. I just know that it is going to work. Neogenesis Recovery Serum is my favorite skincare product of all time. Yeah, I said it. I put it out there. I think I've kind of alluded to that in the past, but there it is. It's my favorite. So they came out with 3 new products, 2 of which I have. One of them is just not appropriate for my skin type, so I didn't get it, but they did come out with a salicylic acid serum. I don't really need that. I feel like that's more geared towards the oily, acneic skin types. That's not really me, so I didn't get that. But they came out with a Mandelic acid serum as well. This is an 8% Mandelic acid to brighten and enhance. So this is an AHA, but it's more of a gentle AHA. I would go so far as to say personally, I feel like it's even more gentle than Lactic. I'm sure somebody's going to come on and tell me the science behind that may not be correct, but in my experience, that is what I have found. It is great for acne. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now, but it is also great if you don't have acne. It's great for targeting fine lines and just overall exfoliation while being gentle. So typically I will use my lactic acid toner from Clarity or my Is Clinical peel pads that I talked about in a favorites video. But since I have gotten this, that's all I've been using on my exfoliation nights, and it has caused no irritation. I have not used it long enough to be able to say, oh, it's like groundbreaking. But here's the thing, like I said, it's Neogenesis, it's gonna work. Like, I don't even have to ask. It's just not even a question. So I wanted to let you know I am using that. And then the other product that I got, I have not started using yet, but this is the Volcanic Ash Mask. So I'm reading, this is a mask that infuses the skin with naturally occurring minerals that balance, clarify, and diminish breakouts for all skin types. It looks like a charcoal mask. It's got actually a pretty nice smell to it. Its benefits are to refine the appearance of pores. It calms and soothes irritated skin, draws out impurities for a clarified complexion, while also hydrating and conditioning. And because it's Neogenesis, it is oncology safe. So I have not used this one yet, but this is how I plan on using it. If I feel like my pores are getting congested, or if I feel like I am having some texture issues or some breakouts, which is not uncommon for me lately, especially on my forehead. Although some of the new products that I'm using, I've been extra smooth lately, which I so appreciate. But we all get the hormonal acne, the breakouts. I plan on using this as a spot mask, and I feel like it's gonna work great for that. Now, if you have oily acneic skin, I think this is great to clarify all over. And I don't think it's gonna hurt you if you don't have oily and acneic skin to use it all over. Just my plans are to start using it as a spot mask and go from there. I'm sure that my curiosity will get to me and I will use this as a full face mask and see, but I'm just excited. I'm so excited. When I started seeing the Instagram post from Neogenesis that they were launching new products, I was like, sold. Just sold. Okay, a couple products that were sent to me. This is the ColorScience All Calm Multi-Correction Serum. So this is kind of, I feel like, within the same line as the Skin Recovery Serum and like maybe my Osmosis Rescue. It's to help with texture and to calm sensitive skin, kind of help the barrier, and with continued use helps with redness. And I do feel like this might be one of the products that is helping the like small bump breakouts that I have been having on my forehead, because it does claim to help with texture, and I have been using this longer than some of these other products. And I mean, again, it's ColorScience. They really put out well-researched and thought-out products, and I've had no adverse reactions. And I don't know what I'm using. I know this is a lot of new stuff, so it's going to take me a while to kind of deduce what is doing what. But I have noticed the past 3 days that my redness is minimal, like very minimal compared to what it usually is. So something is helping with that. This claims to help with that, so I'm sure it is definitely not hurting, considering my redness is getting better. And then Chantecaille sent over their 24 karat gold firming moisturizer. So I have been using this on and off in the morning. It does not have, like, I'm not seeing any flecks of gold, but it does leave a very pretty finish on the skin while not being greasy or slippy or slidey. This really sinks in nicely to the skin, and it also mixes well with other moisturizers. So if I have a moisturizer that maybe is not as hydrating as I want it to be, I do feel like this one is, even though it is a little bit thicker, and I'll mix the two together. So that is the 24 karat gold firming moisturizer from Chantecaille. And the last brand that I'm going to talk about is some new things that I'm trying from Sente. Now, Sente is not new to me. I have used some of their products in the past, and I have liked everything that I have used. So some of these are things that I have tried before, and this is not all of the Sente. I'm trying some cleansers, their new body cream. Y'all, I knew this was gonna be a long video, so I was like, I've got to narrow it down. So here are 5 items that I have been trying from Sente, and the first 2 are moisturizers. I cannot remember if I have used this before. I feel like I have, and I feel like I even spoke about it, but it's been a few years. This is the Ultalight Defense Moisturizer. This is another good one to use if you have more like combo to oily skin, in my opinion, or if you have more normal to dry and it's the summertime. I have been really liking this because I tend to use a lot of hydrating serums in the morning, and if I'm going in with like a more hydrating SPF, sometimes it can just become too much, even on normal to dry skin. So I find using this really helps balance my skin out before I go in with my SPF. And I mean, I've been really enjoying it. So that's the Ultralight Defense Moisturizer. Now this one I had tried in a gift with purchase, and I almost finished the entire one, and I really liked it. This is the Dermal Repair Ultra Nourish Cream. Now this comes in one of those like push down, and it gives you the right amount. I have been using this at night mixed with an oil. and it sinks in so well, and it's just so smooth and silky on the skin. I really, really like it. I wake up in the morning without being shiny, but I'm still hydrated, and that is my goal. I like to be shiny when I go to bed, but when I wake up, I don't want all that residue left. I want everything to have really sunk in without feeling tight or dry, and this helps to accomplish that feeling for me. So those are the two new moisturizers I'm using and loving. Some two serums that I'm using. This is the Dermal Contour Pressed Serum. So this is another one of those kind of all-around anti-aging serums that I put in the category with my Elastin and my Definage and the Cell ID from Cosmetics. And I have been using this one for the past couple of weeks in that step at night. So I will go in and I will use some kind of calming serum like the My Rescue, the ColorScience, some kind of anti-aging serum like this, the others that I mentioned, and then my tretinoin. And I really, really like those three kind of categories put together. I feel like is a sweet spot for my skin. And I've really been enjoying this one. Again, it just feels good going on the skin. And because I know that Sente has so much research behind their line, I know that it's doing something, and my skin right now is better than it's been in a very long time. So all of this stuff is doing something. And then this is the Intensive Bio Complete Cream. This is actually their retinol serum. Even though it says cream, it's definitely more of a serum consistency. It kind of comes out yellow. I, as I stated, use a tretinoin for the majority of the time when I am using some kind of retinol product. However, I have been trying a retinaldehyde product, and I wanted to try a retinol product so that I can give y'all options, because I know not everyone either wants to use tretinoin or can handle tretinoin. Their skin just gets too irritated with it. I'm talking too much. I'm starting to trip up on my words. So I wanted to try, a retinol version so I could kind of give you an option in each category. So that's what I have been doing this. I've been using it a couple times a week instead of my Tret. So far, so good. And then finally, this is the Ilumine Eye Cream. I use this. So Courtney came into town to Nashville, I don't know, like a month ago. I went to see her at her Airbnb. Her friend was with her. We did some Jane stuff. If you haven't seen it on her Instagram, laughed more than I've laughed in a really long time. And I did a very quick look on her friend with using Jane products, but I was like, I need some prep stuff. What do you have here? And she pulled out this eye cream. And when I put it on her, I'm like, wow, this feels great applying this to you. It like really perks your under eyes up. I need to try that. So I'm trying it. So it's supposed to help with hydration, smoothness, but also help reduce the appearance of dark circles, fine lines, and wrinkles around the eye area. It is very lightweight, but it's still hydrating. Today was the first day that I used it. So I'm, the jury's still out. I'm going to have to let y'all know further along as to how I like it. But the initial application while I was doing makeup on someone else really prompted me to want to try this. So I have a feeling it's going to end up being good. I do feel like it's more of a day cream, like a daytime eye cream versus a nighttime. I like something a little bit heavier at night. One last thing to say about the Sente products. I was a little apprehensive at first because quite a few of them have niacinamide in them. And I've talked before about being a little sensitive to niacinamide. It really makes my face burn. I get very, very red. Obviously, that is not happening with these products because I just mentioned my redness has drastically gone down this past week, and I've had no burning, no itching, no adverse reactions. So I don't know if it's the way they formulate it, but I can use 3 products at one time that have niacinamide from this line, and it does not disturb me. So I wanted to make sure I mentioned that because I know a lot of other people have that same issue with niacinamide, and I don't necessarily want you looking at the Inky list and saying, oh, I can't use it, because I have found that to be a very different case for me. Y'all, that's a lot of skincare, isn't it? And this is probably a very long video, but hopefully you enjoyed it. As always, I will have everything listed and linked down below. Let me know the skincare products you are most excited to be trying out or that you are trying out right now and loving the most. Be sure and like and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. I hope you're all staying happy, healthy, safe, and sane. And then most of all, you go out and have a very blessed day.